The crash of Air France Flight 4590 on July 25, 2000, stands as a pivotal moment in aviation history, leading to the end of an era for the Concorde, the iconic supersonic passenger airliner. In this tragic incident, a sequence of events unfolded, ultimately claiming the lives of all 109 people on board and 4 individuals on the ground. The ill-fated flight was en route from Paris Charles de Gaulle Airport to John F. Kennedy International Airport in New York. Little did the passengers and crew know that a seemingly minor event during takeoff would set off a catastrophic chain reaction. As the Concorde accelerated down the runway, a titanium strip lying on the tarmac, which had fallen from a Continental Airlines DC-10 that took off just before, proved to be the catalyst for the disaster. The Concorde's tire struck the strip, leading to a tire burst that would initiate a series of events that would ultimately result in the tragedy. The blown tire not only caused immediate damage, but also sent high-velocity debris into the Concorde's left wing. This debris, striking the wing at a critical point, punctured the wing's fuel tank. As fuel began to leak from the ruptured tank, it came into contact with hot engine parts, leading to a rapid and intense fire that engulfed the left side of the aircraft. The engine fire resulted in a loss of power on one of the Concorde's engines. With a compromised wing and reduced thrust, the aircraft struggled to maintain altitude. In a desperate attempt to return to the airport, the crew faced insurmountable challenges. The Concorde eventually crashed into a hotel in Gonesse, a suburb of Paris, sealing the fate of those on board and on the ground. The loss of life and the destruction caused by the crash prompted an extensive investigation by the French aviation authorities, known as the Bureau d'Enquête et d'Analyse (BA). The findings of this investigation provided crucial insights into the factors contributing to the accident and laid the foundation for subsequent safety improvements. Central to the investigation was the revelation that the titanium strip, a mere 16 inches long, played a pivotal role in triggering the disaster. Questions arose regarding how such a seemingly insignificant piece of debris could lead to the downfall of a state-of-the-art supersonic aircraft. The investigation delved into the specifics of the Concorde's design and the circumstances surrounding the tire burst. One critical aspect that came under scrutiny was the choice of tire material. The Concorde's tires were made from a relatively soft compound, which made them more susceptible to damage when encountering foreign objects on the runway. The impact of the tire burst went beyond the immediate consequences. The subsequent fire, fed by leaking fuel, further exacerbated the situation. The investigation revealed vulnerabilities in the Concorde's design, particularly in relation to the proximity of the fuel tanks to potential sources of ignition. As investigators meticulously pieced together the events leading up to the crash, they also considered the historical context of the Concorde. Born out of a collaboration between British and French aerospace manufacturers, the Concorde was a symbol of technological prowess and a marvel of its time. However, its journey was fraught with challenges. From the outset, the Concorde faced economic headwinds. The cost of manufacturing and maintaining the supersonic airliner was exorbitant, contributing to high ticket prices. The exclusivity of Concorde travel, while attracting a select clientele, limited its commercial viability in the long run. The limited seating capacity of the Concorde, accommodating around 100 passengers, further strained its economic model. With the advent of larger and more efficient subsonic aircraft, the Concorde found itself unable to compete in terms of passenger capacity and overall cost-effectiveness. Environmental concerns also loomed large over the Concorde. The sonic booms produced during supersonic flight led to restrictions on flying at high speeds over land. This limited the routes the Concorde could take, diminishing its appeal for long-haul travel. The crash of Flight 4590 in 2000 acted as a catalyst for addressing these long-standing issues. The safety recommendations stemming from the investigation included modifications to the Concorde's landing gear, changes to the tire design, and improvements to the protection of the aircraft's fuel tanks. However, The Concorde's fate had already been sealed by a combination of economic challenges, environmental constraints, and the safety concerns highlighted by the crash. The post-9/11 economic downturn further exacerbated the situation. As air travel demand plummeted, the Concorde found itself increasingly isolated in a changing aviation landscape. The retirement of the Concorde in 2003 marked the end of an era in commercial aviation. The aircraft that once symbolized the pinnacle of speed and luxury was consigned to museums and memory. The decision to retire the Concorde fleet reflected not only the aftermath of the crash of Flight 4590, but also the broader challenges that had plagued the supersonic airliner throughout its operational history. While the Concorde left an indelible mark on aviation history, its legacy is one of both triumph and tragedy. The technological achievements of the Concorde showcase the possibilities of supersonic travel, pushing the boundaries of what was considered feasible in the realm of commercial aviation. However, the crash of Air France Flight 4590 served as a sobering reminder of the inherent risks and challenges associated with pushing those boundaries. In retrospect, the Concorde era represents a unique chapter in the ongoing narrative of aviation progress. It demonstrated the ambition of engineers and visionaries to push the limits of speed and efficiency. Yet, it also highlighted the delicate balance that must be maintained between innovation, safety, and economic viability in the ever-evolving world of air travel. The crash of Air France Flight 4590, with its far-reaching consequences, prompted a re-evaluation of supersonic travel and contributed to a more cautious approach in the development of future high-speed commercial aircraft. Lessons learned from this tragic incident continue to shape the aviation industry's commitment to safety, ensuring that the pursuit of progress is accompanied by an unwavering dedication to the well-being of those who take to the skies. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.